Charles Wright Academy, an independent K-12 school located on the border of Tacoma and University Place in Pierce County, is home to about 650 students. Our school has an interesting history, one that many people assume is intertwined with another independent school here in Tacoma, Annie Wright School. Despite the shared Wright name, however, both schools function independently of one another and have never been a single institution. While Charles Wright Academy did not open its doors until 1957, Annie Wright's history dates back much further, to the late 1800s. Named then Annie Wright Seminary, it was a K-12 school for girls and was named for the railroad magnate Charles Wright's daughter, Annie. In 1947, a major earthquake in the Puget Sound severely damaged the local Lowell Elementary School in Tacoma, and the school had to be closed down for 2 years while repairs were conducted. Deciding it was time for an independent school for boys in Tacoma, several key parents purchased 127 acres in rural Pierce County, a property which had been home to an old peach orchard and a spaghetti restaurant, and the new Charles Wright Academy was finally able to plant its roots. When it first opened its doors as an independent school for boys, they had just 40 students serving grades K through 4, and the small community worked tirelessly to pull the school together. Over the next few years, the school grew along with its students, adding a new grade each year, and in 1964, 14 students made up the first graduating class. In the spring of 1968, Charles Wright's Board of Trustees proposed to Annie Wright School that the two schools combine and become a single co-ed institution. The schools reached final stages of the agreement, but the merger fell through at the last minute. Frustrated CWA headmaster Ted Sanford was adamant that CWA would need to become co-ed in order to survive. Not letting the failed merger hold them back, CWA opened its doors to female students just 2 years later in 1971 and exceeded expectations with 78 girls enrolling in the first year. Since the summer of 1968, the two schools have never again discussed merging as institutions, and both have grown independently over the last 40 years. It's this intertwined yet separate history of the two schools that has led to the common misconception that both schools are one institution, Annie Wright serving girls and Charles Wright serving boys, a misconception that both schools struggle with on a regular basis in their admissions and advertising efforts today.